Look at this bee. She's setting off on her first foraging trip of the day. She's on the hunt for something sweet. Flowers provide just about all of the food that bees need. They make sugary liquid nectar and protein-rich pollen. She has a specially evolved tongue called a proboscis, which can be used to slurp up the nectar. The nectar is stored in a special organ known as the honey stomach. Each forager visits up to 5,000 flowers per day. Amazingly, bees can carry their own weight in pollen and nectar and still fly. Bees have evolved to have incredible skills of navigation, visual recognition, communication, and even economic optimization. It's not an easy task for an insect so small to fly so far from the hive and make it back with energy to spare. If she runs low on energy to fly all the way home, she'll tap a bit of nectar from her honey stomach into her actual stomach. And as she's flying from flower to flower, enzymes in her honey stomach begin to break down the sugar molecules. When she gets back to the hive entrance, she'll pass the nectar to a younger house bee, who will pass it to another bee and another. This process breaks down the sugar molecules even further. This liquid is eventually deposited into the honeycomb cells. And for the next 5 days or more, bees will fan with their wings in order to evaporate the moisture, turning this nectar into honey. Once the water content is less than 20%, the honey is ripe, and the bees will seal the cell over with wax. Honey is an important part of a bee's diet, and in times when there are no flowers in bloom, they use these honey stores as an energy source to generate heat and keep the colony alive. Because of its pH and low water content, honey can be stored almost indefinitely without fermenting or spoiling. In fact, 3,000-year-old honey has been found in ancient Egyptian tombs, and it was still perfectly edible. Honey also has incredible medicinal properties and has been used for this purpose for thousands of years. Some research even suggests that beekeepers live longer. A single worker bee lives only from 3 to 6 weeks, and in that time she produces only about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey. Just 1 pound of this liquid gold is the result of a hive having visited 2 million flowers. To do this, the bees travel a combined distance of a staggering 55,000 miles. That's more than twice around the world. Honey is the only food eaten by people all around the world that is made by insects, and it's such an amazing substance. If we look after the bees, they'll look after us, and the honey really is a sweet bonus.